Here we are, guys.
Hello.
We're on a podcast.
Hello.
It's almost that time. It actually is that time.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Welcome. Hold on,
Wait,
Joy,
no, Joy.
Don't talk yet.
Don't say. Yeah, we haven't.
Shut up, dude. Hey,
How was
Joy,
I supposed to know?
Joy,
You don't have an
please.
itinerary anywhere?
Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Okay.
Joy, don't make me discipline you.
Yeah, we just muted. We had to mute her.
Okay, so
Welcome to the podcast.
welcome to the podcast. Here we are.
where we cast our pods.
That's right. We're here. We're all wearing very short shorts today.
We're here. We're queer, and we're gonna.
We're gonna get used to it. Yeah, we're gonna
That's
talk
the one.
about it in Pray the Gay Away camp.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm here. I'm Sean. He's there. I am. We also have Sam here, returning guest on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Still thick, still
Still our number one
secretly
fan.
closeted. And we have a new guest today.
Wait, unmute her so she can.
No, she's unmuted.
Okay, good.
She's actually never, ever heard or been part of this podcast before. And up until recently, she was the queen of our lives, professionally and unprofessionally. And now she's only the queen of our lives, unprofessionally.
Correct.
Everyone, please give a resounding round of applause to Mrs. Joy Carlen.
Damn it! I thought
Wait,
it was
hold
going.
on. There it is.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also never heard of a 6-inch king, so.
Yeah, well,
Well.
you know.
Haha.
Okay.
But you haven't heard it, but you've seen it. Yeah. No.
There's so we also have a
a live
watch
audience.
party.
We have a live audience.
We have a live audience listening to us record.
The three baddest bitches of Tiny's.
and-
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep boop beep bop. Just so you bad bitches know, there's gonna be a lot of special sound effects happening that y'all can't hear, only we can hear, and you'll just have to guess what basically
Yeah.
the noise is at any given time. But if you hear us all either go like ha 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 to it, what nobody said anything, or if everyone just like gets real quiet because I'm just playing annoying sounds for
Yeah.
too long, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, Joy, go ahead.
Go ahead, how?
Go ahead, sis. Go
what do you
off,
want me to
sis.
do?
I want you to do a flip.
A flip of what?
I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to set you up for a crazy. Fuck! I left my drinks.
All right, cool.
Tell us 2 truths and 1 lie.
Yeah. Tell us about your life.
Go back to the beginning.
I'm horny.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Oh.
6-inch kings.
It's on
had
brand
to-
for our
Okay,
podcast.
Joy.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Exactly.
It's okay. I'm always
Great.
horny when
Yeah.
I record the podcast.
That's
I just
actually-
like to do shock value moments. You know?
So
Yeah.
what people don't know about our podcast is before we start, not counting tonight, when it's just the two of us, before we start, we get hard, and then we only get to go until one of us gets soft, and then we have to stop right then and there.
And we record it the whole time.
Yeah. That's why sometimes we'll be in the middle of recording and you'll hear like a because we're like working hard to maintain an erection.
What in the?
That's why a lot of people think
what I'm
y'all are
talking
gay lovers, but
No, they think that
Whatever.
because we make out and have sex with each other.
oh yeah.
Also, I prefer just lovers. I don't
Yeah,
like to
just
put a label
lovers.
on it. So,
That's
know.
cute. Yeah.
anyways.
This because there's a third person. That's me.
So
Yeah.
I guess if you really want me to say something, because
Just introduce.
For my-
Let the listeners know who you are and what you stand for.
okay, so for the giant audience listening, the huge following,
You're mostly talking to Caroline right now.
right? Hey Caroline, what's up?
The person you passed your throne to.
Correct.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I am so lucky to be sitting at this table with 3 gentlemen that are very important in my life that I may have been accused in my former job of playing favorites with, which is not true because I was very equally mean to them
Yes.
every single day.
Meaner to us than
Yeah,
anyone
meaner
else.
to y'all than anybody. And so I don't appreciate that, all of you
Okay.
out there, because I was mean. Anyway, so I'm here. I'm queer. No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm just joking. But my girlfriend is in the other room, so just let her.
Hell yeah,
let her believe
girlfriend.
that.
Hell yeah, girl. Which one? You have 3 girlfriends in there.
I have 3, but my wife is Grace.
Okay.
So, anyways, I worked with these 3 lovely gentlemen for the last total of all of y'all 2 years. Yeah,
5,
like maybe
6.
2, 4,
6-ish.
6.
Yeah. And anyways, I'm really lucky to be sitting here at this table with y'all. There is no strategy to this podcast, which makes me feel really awkward because I would like a little like we're going to talk about this and then we're going to talk about that. Because I was like, look, we got to send some questions to my team. I got to clear this and make sure I can talk about certain topics. We might have to sign some NDAs around here.
But the thing about that is we are your team.
Interestingly
This is our team.
enough, you're right. Yeah, that's
of
true.
course.
Did Grace
What
say that you
positions-
can't talk about your sex life?
Yeah, Grace was like, no sex life topics. That's all off the table.
Okay.
You're not allowed to talk bad about tinies. And I was
Okay.
like, yes.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
We're not going to talk about your sex life, but we're definitely going to get into tinies. And you pulled a smart, accidental, secret technique by bringing these ladies with you because I was definitely going to dig deep into your history with Grace, but now I'm not going to because she's here.
Oh,
There's a lot of
we
things
can
that I was
talk
going to
about
say
it.
that I'm not going to because they're here.
No,
So
we can dig into it.
No, we
buddy.
can't.
Okay. Well, yeah. So love all three of these guys. They're very hardworking. They're very hot. They're very single. Ladies, get after it. They're horny. They're young. They're thriving.
You've mentioned horny
is
a
funny to
lot.
me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like farting's funny and
Yeah.
horny's funny to me.
Horny farts. That's
Yeah.
Joy's.
Like
that would
my
be
I was going to
Joy's
say, every
podcast.
time I fart, I get horny. So
True.
My favorite
Y'all are
memory.
meant for each other.
Yeah.
every time
My-
she farts, I get horny.
Yeah. Wow.
My favorite memory of 2020 when we called it Camp Tinies and Club Tinies. There was two versions.
That's how horny we were.
What did Ryan call y'all's tinies? Fort tinies because they were not fun, but we were fun every single
Oh, we were the
every
Military
single
training.
day. Every single day was fun. It
every day was an
crazy.
adventure.
That's when we had the beach party for
Yeah.
what's
For
her
Courtney.
name?
For-
Courtney. Yeah. for
Yeah.
Courtney's
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
away.
So
And Grace was there actually.
yeah, she was. She slept in the same room with Ricky. I don't know how. He
Yeah.
was snoring ass.
How did you not? Oh, anyways.
She was passed out
She slept
herself.
next to the
Yeah,
chair.
she got slim slammed and passed out, dude.
So for the
No, she did not get slim slammed. She's just tired.
Ricky made her.
I don't think a human being can be tired enough to sleep through Ricky's snoring.
So-
Grace
How?
did. Grace did. We woke up and she was.
And
dead
she was
asleep.
sober?
She was. Yeah,
She was sober.
Maybe
Grace.
maybe
How
hit a
could you?
weed something, but she was out.
Okay.
But anyways, my favorite, all-time favorite thing we would say in 2020 Camp Tinies / Club Tinies was. Bonk,
Bonk.
go to Horny Joe, because we found this. We found this. I think it was Cruz actually. He found this, or Ricky, one of them.
It was actually, they're both equally likely. They're both
Correct.
such nerds.
Correct. So
Love
it's
you,
like a
Ricky.
little
So this
squirrel.
picture.
It's like a squirrel or something holding a bat.
A bat in it.
And it's
like-
it's hitting a dog.
Yeah.
It's
It
like-
says
Oh.
bonk. It says bonk.
It's
Go
the
to
Shiba
Horny Joe.
Inu.
It's the Shiba
Yeah,
Inu
Shiba
dog.
Inu.
Yeah.
So
It
we
says
would
bonk,
say
go to
that
Horny Joe.
we would say that like every single day, and then it turned into just bonk. And even like I got TB saying it, like Grace and Ryan would say it, and it cracked me up when Grace would be like bonk, and I'm like, yeah, bonk, yeah, like that's me.
Joy's like, yeah, I'm horny.
Yeah, it's just a code word for when we were horny.
A guest walks in,
I'm
they
just
look at each
saying-
other like, bonk. Wish you would bonk me.
Yeah.
Through that journey of time, I also turned 30, and the 30s are different. They
Oh,
hit
yeah.
different.
Yeah, I know what you mean, girl.
Yeah, your ankles are like Bambi.
24.
Hey, what?
What?
Her ankles.
What does that mean?
Let me see them ankles, girl.
Joy, put your ankles on the
Damn.
podcast.
Tell them what
No,
that means.
okay, so I have this bad thing where if
Cankles?
I drink too much. No, I have beautiful ankles.
I have cankles.
True.
No, you don't.
Not true.
Kind of. No, I'm just kidding. Where if I have a little too much fun, as I'm known to have, Grace and Jack have definitely witnessed that too, and Kira. But anyways, I have too much fun. There's a little too much alcohol, not enough food to counteract the alcohol. I just fall out of nowhere.
She does.
I just
fall
like
off.
my ankles just go.
Yeah.
They
You
buckle.
know, they just buckle. So we
And it's
so
Crack under
fast.
pressure.
so
Yeah, yeah.
Eileen and Sam started calling me Bambi ankles, and it's actually cracks me up
That is
because
pretty
I'll
funny.
text her
It cracks her
sometimes.
ankles up too.
I'm
you
like,
know
my
what I'm saying?
Bambi looking ass just fell in the middle of the street. But also, it happens very sober as well. Like one
Yeah,
day I was
I
walking
believe
into
it.
T5 kind of recently, and I was wearing just like little kitten heels, or just like those
Mm-hmm.
tiny little heels like this. I was just walking, no potholes, no cracks in the ground. And right outside of
surface.
where the ATM is,
Mm-hmm.
I just ate it. My ankle just went, and I have very weak ankles.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to
It
support
actually-
a lot of body weight.
It actually happened here when we were leaving a party. She was mad at me.
Oh, yeah.
And you know how your ground has like that little dip?
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
uneven, yeah.
You hit the dip.
She hit the dip and she was gone. I was walking. I was mad at her, so I was like, I don't give a fuck.
And she's just on the ground.
She's rolling on the ground.
No, I'm kidding. I went
But
back
it is a
and
party
helped her.
trick in the sense that it usually sobers me up, which is
Yeah.
hilarious.
And it makes everyone in the party look right at you. And then you're like, ah.
Yeah,
and
that's
then it's a whole
embarrassing,
new
but
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Dude,
Yeah.
the beautiful thing about embarrassing yourself at a party is you'll never have a better opportunity to turn it around into like a really great moment where everyone is like, yeah, and then they go, and then everyone's really excited about it. You know what? Okay.
Well, honestly,
I guess you guys aren't in that vein like me.
No, I get what you're saying, because even if there's like
Joy, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to.
I
wasn't trying to steal your spotlight.
I'm getting there. No.
Oh.
Even though it's extremely embarrassing when that kind of shit happens, and the next day I wake up and I'm like, anxiety, and I'm like, that was so awful. What was I doing? It still makes like a really funny story, and then we just giggle about it for like.
It always does.
It just is hilarious. So I'm like, okay, that was dumb. And backstory, it's sorry to like scatterbrain over here. Me and Grace follow this girl we love on Instagram that like actually just started a podcast, but she has a really good point of view. She's like my age. She has a really good point of view on what she calls anxiety. And she's like, did you hurt anyone? Did you hurt yourself? Did you have fun? Okay, good. Then get over it and move on. And I'm always like, yes.
I mean, I fully agree with that, but are we counting emotional hurt? Because I've hurt myself many times.
Emotional.
If you're counting like in the morning when I wake up and I'm like, oh, why'd I do that?
I mean, yes.
Why'd I say that so loudly in front of so many people?
Why do we take body shots off of every single person in the apartment?
Why did I do body shots off literally every person I know, including my boss? And why did I make out with 3 gay men at that club last night?
Oh, no.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember
Did you really?
when we got
Well,
bottles?
not make out, but I gave a little kiss.
When we got bottles at Bottled Blonde, he did a.
But to be fair, only 2 of them were gay, and the other one was Ricky.
Yeah, you did a little 4-way
You
kiss.
did. You were feeling the. Yeah, you were riding that wave. I saw it.
Wait, was this Reen's birthday?
This was Ricky's birthday.
This was Ricky's birthday when we got bottles
kiss?
at Bottled Blonde.
All I'm trying to say,
Hector
hey,
and
Ricky,
like
Hector,
Reen and their
and Reen.
friend or something.
all I'm saying is, you get a few drinks in me and force me to go to a club that I don't want to go to, and then Hector shows up. Boy, I might forget how to act for a minute.
Yeah, he's
Look,
hot.
handsome boy.
He's cute.
But also,
And he's also
Cute gay man.
cute gay man. That's it.
you also always talk about how you hate to go to Bottle Blonde or all these places, and then tell me why you're the one having the most fun out of everyone.
Because I force it.
Because he gets absolutely wasted.
Yeah.
Because we're always like, sure, we'll go, no big deal. And then you show up and you're all begrudgingly there. And then all of a sudden, like, I look over and looks a little like, ugh, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
and Sam's like,
Asleep.
and then you're over there like,
Okay.
making out with gay guys.
To be honest, Ricky's birthday party was an exceptional night at Bottle Blonde
It was really fun, actually.
because it
I
was
just
less of
wasn't
like a
in the mood.
clubby dancing to music that I only know half the songs, and more like a being at a bar experience. I felt like, because all of our friends were there, and I could make the rounds talking to people I know, and just like move around to the music, and not just be on a dance floor where if I want to say something, I'm like, "Hey, wait, this is my favorite song from 2011."
Do you want me to tell them to watch party
I
crew?
Thanks,
I have a drinking game for all the listeners.
Sean goes,
You have a drinking game?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
So you know how like before it was when y'all said shout
Sam,
out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
everyone would drink.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be whenever Joy mentions Grace, everyone take a shot.
Oh, dude. Whenever
People
Joy
are already
mentions
fucked
Grace,
up at this point.
Grace, take a shot.
yes.
Chris is like, I'm already fucked up.
Grace is already 3 in. Anyway.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I like it too. Grace,
No, on that topic, can we just get into it for a second?
what do you want to get into?
Because when you and I started getting closer, and I closed like every night, and we would chit chat and talk, and the way you would talk about I am, and just like, it's so endearing and loving. It's not creepy. It's not weird. It's just like,
Thanks.
it's just like, that's my guy. Like, this person means this to me. And I would tell you, and I'd be like, oh my God, you remind me so much of what me and Grace have. And I also think it's really cute and special because Grace and I met at Tiny's. Like, we would have never known each other had it not been for Tiny's. And same for y'all.
Yeah.
And look how close y'all got in even just like a year and a half's time.
Yeah, true.
So anyways, I just had to say, I think you and I are we express ourselves, and I am and Grace are both a little more Asian, and they're like,
Hell yeah.
they can't like
They're
straight
like,
up.
express my emotions? What am I, dead?
What am I, gay?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, like
What
it's
am I, not
as
a real
easy for
human?
them.
Yeah,
so
no.
I get it because I'm like,
I
I know,
agree.
I like, I'm always like,
I see the parallels all the time. Even the fact that they're both some kind of Asian.
So
Yeah.
That is not easily discernible.
Who's y'all Sam? Because I want to be included.
You're
wait,
our Sam.
there's-
What do you
You're
mean?
our
Who's
Sam.
y'all Sam?
Ryan.
Yeah.
Although actually, you're kind of our Sam and their Sam.
yeah,
Yeah.
you are, but Ryan is the original.
Which that reminds me of a point that I would like to make right now. Samuel,
What?
it's come to my attention,
What?
and I don't want to sound like I'm pissed at you. But I just got something that I just need to get off my chest real quick.
What is it?
I've heard that you are going around town, hanging out with people that I know, and I'm not getting an invite.
Wait, who?
Joy and Kira and everyone else I love that's not me, bro. Like,
When did I hang out with them that you weren't invited?
y'all were
to?
hanging out last night. You told me they were hanging out either the night before or earlier in the night. Not last night, obviously.
Okay, they weren't. There was just me and Joy
And who?
and my buddies.
No,
And
I was at a bar celebrating my first Saturday
Saturday
off.
out. Yeah,
Hold on.
relax.
My
Yeah,
first
I didn't get an
Sat-
invite to that, and I didn't
Okay,
get an invite to
hold
that,
on.
and it was the same event.
You know, I like haven't had a Saturday of just pure Houston freedom in like 10 years. Not really, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
And I was like enjoying myself at a St. Patrick's bar. And he was like, Ricky shows up and he's like, oh yeah, my buddies are like, my high school squad is there. Like, I'll probably come.
Oh, so y'all were like hanging out with you and Ricky, and Hunter Wilson was probably there, and
No,
you guys were
not
all hanging
that.
out without me, huh?
Hunter Wilson.
Sean, who are you? You've literally had me on a chokehold the last like month. If I wasn't with you at night, I was with Grace, like, or both of y'all.
Okay, so then why would you break from that pattern?
Because it was one night. It was one Saturday
Okay,
night
well,
of freedom.
if you don't want to hang out with me ever again, just say so,
I
sister.
literally have seen you more this past week than I would typically see you 3 months ago.
Okay.
On a personal level,
Yeah.
not at work.
We just know if we hang out with you, we're gonna be up until like 7 a.m.
That's not always true. All
That's
you have to do
100% true.
is get me tired,
Yeah, it's impossible.
which none of y'all seem capable of doing, which is weird because I start the night tired and looking like I've been up for 3 days.
Yeah,
it
but
shouldn't take that much.
Even when Ryan said this last night when we were working the wedding and we were all tired, you were zooming around.
Bro, I
closing
literally-
time. We're like, where the fuck did he get the
we're
energy
moving
from?
the chairs, bro. I'm holding one over my head and sprinting
running.
at full speed.
You know why? It's probably because he's like, oh, the fun's about to start.
Yes.
When he's like, oh, I'm
About to
about to
whip
have
out the-
fun.
Well, and also we had been like carrying 2 at a time. And look, I'm not saying that I'm the weakest man in the room, but when I'm competing with Sam and Walter and what's his fucking name, Daniel, there's just a lot of strong men around. Okay,
Daniel?
and Daniel is from the morning,
Oh, okay. Cool,
and I
cool.
can carry 2 chairs. I can carry 4 chairs if I need to, but it's just not what I
seen him do
prefer to do.
But the funny part was when we needed the urgency that you showed at night at the nighttime we were cleaning up. We needed that in the early stages. Of
I
setting
had
up.
that in the early stages.
No, you were fucking dead. You were a zombie.
You're gaslighting me
No,
right now.
I'm not. I swear.
Damn.
Okay,
Because he doesn't usually work Sundays, Sam, and it was his first
I
wedding.
don't work Sundays,
But it's funny that he had it.
See,
on
a
the
good
opposite.
leader knows there's a mercy
but
curve.
here's why.
No, I didn't.
Here's
say
the
that.
real reason why though. When we were setting up, I was carrying 2 chairs at a time the whole time. At night when we were breaking down, I started carrying 2 chairs, and then Ariel was like, she literally said, I feel like it's faster to take 1 chair at a time because you're moving so slow with 2 chairs. So I was like, you know what, Ariel, you're right. So I threw one of the chairs and I put the other one over my head and sprinted at full speed. And I almost hit her with it before I ran away because I wanted to really. She hurt my feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
And so then I just started doing 1, and that obviously half the load, twice the speed kind of thing. So same amount of work over actually the same amount of time,
Point
really.
is, you have a lot of energy.
When I
at the
think I'm
wrong
going to
time.
have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did Sean see the Instagram story that he was featured
Yeah,
in?
yeah, yeah.
Yes. I sent
That
it to
was the
him.
most Sean thing I've ever
I
Do y'all
know.
want to hear the dirty deets about that one?
Yeah.
That lady and a few other select people who I'm sure were like event VIPs were like hanging out in the gazebo all night on the opposite side, closer to Thompson and Hanson. And I was like dancing for most of the night once the music started, because how can I not? And I was getting it. Not gonna lie, like I was in it. I was jamming. But then they started playing like Journey, and I was like, okay, I get it. We're all a little old here.
Yeah.
I'll just hang out then. I'm not gonna dance to this old people shit. And then the lady came up, and I had heard her mention something about recording me earlier, but then like the post dinner rush started, and I wasn't dancing. But then once it slowed down, I was kind of dancing, and she was like, okay, let me get a video of you dancing with like the fucking rainbow stick or whatever.
And you're like, oh.
And I was like, brother, they're playing hits from the 70s right now. Like, I'm not going to fucking dance to this. But I did because I'm too nice. And so it was just like boring dancing that ended up on the story. But if she had gotten me
earlier,
when I was in the zone, boy.
When you were dancing with Mary?
Dude, they would have had...
What does Mary look like? Who's Mary?
I wasn't dancing with Mary. Because Mary is in a committed relationship, and so am I. Thank you very much.
Respect, dude.
Mary has a boyfriend, and I'm committed to the game.
You know what Mary
Can you
also
just
has?
show us?
A little lamb.
Show you what?
Oh, that
I thought you were going to say something else.
Me too. Can you just show us like?
Can you just show us a
Can you just
picture of
show us
Mary?
Yeah, let's show. Can I
that
see a
Sean
picture of
was
her little
making
lamb?
that
Oh, he
you
was
saw?
looking. He was just like this.
No, it wasn't,
She
bro.
was dropping it. He was just trying to look.
I was like, hold on.
follow along.
And
gravitation.
Then he turned
Well,
around.
there was
He turned around and made eye contact. I was like,
Listen,
Sean.
it's because the ass was so fat, it had a gravitational pull.
Yeah.
And it was attracting
Yeah, it
his
had a
face.
gravitational pull on her jeans, brother. This shit was... Anyway. All I'm trying to say is,
You're in
Mary, if you're
competition.
listening, you're a great person, and I respect you for who you are and not what you look like. And that goes for anyone ever, really.
yeah,
That's a point-blank statement. And that's it.
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking... That's a man.
You were totally checking her out.
If you think I'm not checking out every woman I ever am in the physical vicinity of at all times, you're incorrect. Because I am always doing
I know.
that to everyone.
You are-
and all the men I am around too. It's
You are
not
the most hype man I've ever met. For all people.
correct.
All. Like, you don't have...
All except for, like, one or
It's
two.
not like you're like Sam, who's just like, oh, I need a 10 to be impressed. Like,
That's not true.
you
I
actually
can
are
deal
like...
with the 6.
You're actually like... Everyone is beautiful and
Oh,
that
well, don't make
person
me
looks
sound like
great.
that.
No, you're pretty
what is he, a hippie?
loving.
I think I'm okay at like finding like a standout feature about people. And then I just assign that as their only feature and I ignore everything else. And so it becomes like everyone's just pretty attractive to me sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, attractiveness is a spectrum.
Like Iam has many attractive things about him, but one of the really attractive things about him, well, let's name a couple. First, he literally is in the shape of an upside down Dorito, and that's really cool. He's got a snatched ass waist, and he's got boulders for shoulders.
Okay.
And goddamn, son,
Okay.
I mean, he could pick me up and throw me around.
feeling awkward right
Boy,
A little bit, but
Yeah.
no, he's not.
He's-
This is how we
he's-
talk all the time.
Yeah. If anyone else did it, I'd probably feel a little awkward.
Yeah.
but I like it when he does it.
Like, remember when that weirdo was in our house and I gave him a massage,
little
and then he
shoulder
got,
rub?
bro,
Yeah.
you know what? Get the fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
I'll take a shoulder rub.
Thank
Any
you.
day.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, so I do that. And so now when I look at Iam, I mean, I see the love of my life. But if I'm objectifying him physically for a moment and I look, what
Which he
I
does
see
all
is-
the time.
I do all the time. Then what I see is those shoulders.
Oh yeah, we don't
You know,
see the shoulders.
when I look at Sam,
All right,
I see
Joy.
a
Now
walking
you're getting-
Tesla.
All right, Joe. Relax.
What does that even look like in a person?
That's what you look like, bro.
You ever seen Transformers, dude?
You look like the Drift King, but electric.
I should do the drift green. I have the drift.
You have
You
the
do
hair
have the
now.
Drift King
the
hair.
hair right now is for giving Karen.
And when I
No, not Karen.
Oh my
no, never
Not
a Karen, bro.
Drift King for sure. Though.
More like
Okay, so
And then when I look at Joy, since I know you're wondering,
that
I see that
thing.
boy, that thing
that thing that be thangin'.
is thangin'.
Yeah, that thing do be
You know what I'm
thangin'.
saying? And you know what? Shout out one time to Reen for the best phrase I've ever heard to describe Joy.
Thing be thangin'.
Also, like loving, caring general manager
Yeah,
who
yeah,
took
yeah,
care of
yeah.
me for
wait,
years.
what was the
sure.
phrase?
That thing is thangin'.
Reen came up with that?
I mean, no, he didn't come up with it, but,
he
like,
said
I
it.
heard it. He used to say it on a regular basis. And
That's funny.
it's what like put it in my head. And then when I walked into work that one day and saw you bent over, that was the only phrase that came to my mind.
That thing
And
be
then
thangin'.
that's why
It was the most
when you
natural
were
thing that happened.
like reaching for a box of wine under the PDR table in a very provocative pose, I was like, Joy!
He started barking.
That thing, I was like, that thing is thangin'. And she was like, Sean!
She was like, Sean, you just got here. Why are the wines not put up?
She's like, "Are you fucking blind? The Santerre's right here."
That was our biggest fight ever.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into it tonight.
No, we've already talked about it so many
You
times.
guys have
Ad
gone into
nauseum.
detail about it.
Ad nauseum, dude.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So I have a question. What's gonna happen to you and I am when like one of y'all actually gets in a very real serious relationship?
You're asking
and
the hard
I
questions,
am.
and I have a hard answer for you. Similar to every other
have an
relationship that has had the potential to happen since I met, I will employ every social skill I have ever learned to sabotage it from the inside.
I love that answer. I love it.
In all seriousness, though, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
For me, more I think than I am, because I am has this whole thing where he's like a well-rounded person with
Pretty balanced,
with
yeah.
appropriate social boundaries, and I'm not. And so I honestly think of him as like, I don't even know, bro. Like as close to a significant other as you can have without being romantically involved.
Yeah, that's how I feel
Yeah.
about Grace. I get it.
Yeah, but y'all don't live together.
No, we don't. You're right.
Which is, I mean, that doesn't mean
Yeah,
you can't
don't
be as close
see
as
the
we
ins and
are.
outs.
But they kiss when they're drunk.
But, well, so do me and I am.
Yeah, we've kissed before.
But the thing is, to think about like going from living together to not living together, just kind of feels like it is going to feel like a breakup of sorts. And
Yeah.
we're both going to be
Yeah.
like, no, man, we're still going to see each other all the time.
That happens all the time.
But we probably won't, though,
Yeah.
is the thing. Especially because, on a long enough time frame, we're not going to have the same job together anymore. And then if that happens and we're still living together, then living together is all we've got. And then if we move out of each other's house because a girl is involved,
Shudders.
misogyny increases.
Interesting.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Are you
I
going to
know.
respond to his text? Because you don't respond
Oh,
to any
dude,
of
I'm
our
literally going to be
texts.
sitting there with my
Actually, he
phone in my
responds to
hand
my
like,
text
please
now.
text me, please text me.
You know what's so funny? I respond to everyone's texts except for Sean, bro. Because I live with him, so I see the text. I'm like, oh, I'll
like,
just tell him
I'll
when I
tell
get
him when
home.
he gets here.
Yeah.
Like when I text you 4 times last night, begging you to come to Joy's house.
I was asleep though. I was actually asleep.
No, I know. And when
you know what I said? I was like, it was his first Sunday as a manager. He's probably exhausted because those Sunday brunches.
It wasn't even
will
his first
whoop your
Sunday.
ass. No, as a manager.
As a manager, yeah.
Kind of. I don't know. I guess not. He,
I mean, technically it was.
trained last week.
but like he didn't have like a extra buffer.
Was your ass whooped on Sunday? I don't think so.
It was. I basically had to host the whole shift because we didn't have a host, and so I was hosting, and there was a line out the door from the minute I got there until 1:45, which was
Sundays are like
Sundays
like,
are just hell.
soul-
It's literally just hell.
soul shaking.
Yeah,
Like
you can almost not even take a break because once you take a break, you're like out of your like groove. You have to like be on the entire time.
and it kind of makes you just question life. Like
Well,
why?
I haven't got there yet, but
That's good. That's great. Don't get there.
It's going to be real quick.
No, there would be some Sundays where
I
I'm
don't
like,
think
why the
so.
fuck do
But
I
I
work
bet.
here? I'm pissed.
yeah, I bet.
But
That's okay, dude.
no, it honestly taught me so much. So you'll learn a lot.
I
from
enjoy
it.
them. I'm learning to have fun with it. So
Are you enjoying the morning crew?
yeah, I actually am. I am. They're nice. I treat them different. Well, like, obviously, they're different than the night crew, and I'm trying to navigate towards that. But
It's just so different.
they
'cause
respond.
I feel
They
like,
actually respond better to me than the night crew does.
yeah.
Because I didn't.
Well,
have
because
that
we're
much
closer
of
at
a-
night.
Yeah.
Well,
When I work mornings versus nights, I feel like nights is just so much more fun.
Oh, 100%.
undoubtedly.
They are more fun.
But I am more biased.
Plus,
But
at night, you're dealing with managing the same group of people that you were a peer to like 2 weeks ago. That's tough.
Yeah,
Always,
Yeah.
like always.
it is.
Without
Grace
fail.
went through it. I went through it.
Yeah.
It's Jack's done it.
Mhm.
It's hard.
wait,
It take
Jack was. I thought she was manager from the get.
no. She started as a host. Yeah. So right, Jack, you started as a host. I did. Yeah.
How long have you worked at TB? Like a year and a half. And you jumped from host to manager?
Brother,
It took me 5 years.
I'm feeling a little inadequate right now
Just
based on that information.
Yeah. The
You had the
difference is-
opportunity to become a manager, but you
Yeah, I
said
did.
no.
That's true.
And
But
I told
Jack
you to
also
take
like
it.
expressed
I got a real problem with
interest.
waking up
Yeah.
before noon, brother.
Grow up.
Honestly, that's one of the biggest things. And then when this most recent one came, and especially now with you being a manager, we're not working together as much as we used to. And this is a little,
Ooh, you lost I am on your shift and me basically. That's hard.
yeah, and Claire.
And Claire, that's sad.
It's
And Sam.
boy, and I replaced them with
We just always
We're
forget
not
about
gonna get
Sam.
into
Huh?
You never worked, so
But what's interesting is now when I think about the idea of another manager spot opening up in the future, if it ever does, legit part of my thought process is like, but if me and Im are both managers, then we can't ever take the same days off.
Yeah.
And we're literally not going to work the same shift ever, except for like seeing each other if one of us is relieving the other.
That's a good amount of crossover.
Yeah, there's a good amount of crossover. But like if I'm the opener and he's the closer, we'll just like see each other in passing. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's even like Grace and I work at 2 different stores, and it was really hard for us to get same time off. Or
yeah.
It's just challenging.
Or if you do have time off, it would just be like a Sunday, Monday thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way more stepping into the realm of adulthood.
Yeah.
Which of course is inevitable at some point, but bartending's pretty lit at T5, not gonna lie. I don't think it's
I say ride that wave as long as you can.
I think I'm
One of these days, the PDR server is going to open up, and
I mean, it's basically opening up now. Sam's on his way out, dude, because he's old and he has a Tesla.
but I think if you plan on staying there that long, then I think that is your shit.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially when Sam steps down, I think it's definitely yours for the taking.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And Sam can speak on it.
PDR?
Speak on it, Sam. How much exactly did you make last year?
I'm not telling you guys.
No,
All right, you don't have to tell us, but like,
gig.
tell us what number it starts with.
It starts with your mom.
Okay, that's a big number.
Can you push a fucking button for me?
Oh, sorry, bud.
Jesus.
Oh wait, this one.
No, not that
Okay, sorry.
one.
Oh wait.
That's
Anyway,
Anyways.
Joy, you stay on that side of the table. That was a good one though.
I don't know if
And my mom is a 10, so I know
you
you
have
make a lot of
PDR
money.
material.
I'm speaking just on longevity. Like who else is going to get it?
Sam is trying to push my buttons right now, and he's succeeding because he already knows I'm a better fucking server than he is. I don't know why he would come at me like that.
Why do y'all have to fight over this topic so
We're not
much?
fighting.
I'm not fighting. He's the one who's trying to.
I'm not fighting
bark on my
either.
tree.
Yeah, Joy.
I know, I've just heard y'all talk about this in so many circles.
Can a man just get angry and yell at his friends without being accused of fighting?
We're just releasing testosterone.
Dude.
We have an excess of it.
I'm not fighting until I get up and walk away. Everything before that is joking. If I'm fighting, you'll know because it's going to get very uncomfortable because I'm going to leave.
I know.
And I'm going to be like, okay, y'all have a good night. I'm going to go in my room and you're going to hear me play.
Coldplay.
No, I was thinking more like like a video game.
Oh.
Or just like I'm just going to go in my room and get in the shower and never come out.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Sick.
Joy, what was the favorite PDR that you ever served?
I'd never served a PDR.
Oh, you fucking loser.
Have you?
I've served PDRs.
No.
You fucking loser.
Yeah, because I
But I haven't been
scheduled
there
you
for
for
8
them.
years.
Yeah, I know.
bitch.
Thank you.
Anyway, I just only was.
I will tell you a fun PDR story.
Let's
I have
hear
a
it.
few, but this is just like a really short, sweet one. One time, Ricky was serving this PDR, and this very incredibly, like you meet people that you're like, how are you so nice and you're real.
Mm-hmm.
This was one of those ladies, and she was just older and just like setting up a shower for something and being so sweet. And like, I literally just moved around some like little gifts for her guest, and she gave me she gave me $40, and I was like, she was like, thank you so much for helping us. And I was like, I didn't really do anything. And she's like, no, seriously, thank you. And she just gave me $40.
She
and
said
I was
that
like,
because she was like, our server Ricky wasn't doing
probably.
shit.
No, low-key, he was right there, and I felt really bad.
Did you keep the money?
Yes, I did.
Oh, good shit.
But because I was like, let me keep it till the end. I'll just see like if for some reason she didn't tip Ricky right. Ricky's like, oh no, she gave me an extra $200 in cash. And I was like,
Nice.
I think she was just
I'm gonna keep
ready
the
to
40 then.
like, ready to spend
Yeah.
or
She
ready
had
to
a-
take care of like, service people.
You know what?
I say people who can take over PDR. Sean truly can be the next PDR server.
Obviously. Thank
But
you.
the reason-
We're talking like a year and a half down the line. I'm
Yeah,
assuming your
like a year
timeline
or
is like a
two.
year.
We're talking like 5 more years down the line, I think.
No, like 2 more years.
Right.
But people who are going to take over are people who are personable. If you're just like a straight up good server who just does A, B.
Mm-hmm.
I really do think that's what like sets apart good servers from
and
great
best.
servers.
Because you only have one table, so
Yeah,
you
you
can't
only-
really fuck it up unless it's 20, having 20 people.
Well, and like to a degree, just kind of invested in your job, because think about it, like not to toot your horn, but like you really are to this day. People ask about you on the floor and want you to serve them, and you
Yeah.
haven't been on the floor in like 2 to 3 years.
yeah.
So like you do have a gift of like talking to people and making them feel special. And obviously
You really do, actually.
does.
And it's annoying.
Yeah.
Truth be told, it's just me listening to people. People just love to talk to you.
Yeah.
And I just do this thing like, Yeah.
But
crazy.
Sean,
Well, you also
You
like
do
ask
that.
really good questions.
Yes.
Like you're pretty attentive.
That's the skill.
I'm listening only to ask for the good questions.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you have the
And
questions
so I-
beforehand, or do
no.
you exactly like you're
I'm only-
good at creating?
I'm only
that
listening
question.
just so I can keep you entertained.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's fair.
but I
do.
will say both of y'all have that skill as well.
Yeah, that's why we're the pillars, including Sam.
Pillars in the pill. Yeah.
Why is Sam a pill?
You know that saying like when someone's a pill?
I don't know that saying
don't know
because
that
I'm,
either.
I'm in my 20s, so.
Yeah. I'm also in my 20s.
Sorry, Joey.
You old hag.
I think I know what it means, but I assume.
It's like like a pill is hard to swallow sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like a
Okay, that makes sense.
Am I the pill because we fought so much towards the end?
yes.
Yeah.
It's a joke. 'Cause,
I
like,
thought
to
the
me,
joke was like we're pillars, but he's not the whole pillar, so he's just the first part.
Oh wow, y'all really my joke went over the head
Yeah.
big time with all of
Yeah.
y'all.
I mean,
It went over my head because you mentioned my name like 2 seconds and then went back to Sean. And
I hate that he says that.
everything went over my head when Joy was like, I decided they're the pillars. And I was like, oh, you decided? Even though I coined that phrase, we coined that phrase on our podcast,
Yeah.
that you're going to act like you don't listen to? Even though Caroline, the best GM I've ever had, listened to every episode?
Boom.
I'm just joking. I'm
Wait,
just
y'all
joking
no,
about it.
that's fine.
No, but also I'm not joking, Caroline. I love you.
yeah, she's amazing.
She is. You're both amazing, truly in unique, different ways.
Yeah, agreed.
Which is what's incredible about it.
Wait, you're telling me y'all actually said the pillars on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yes. Where do you think?
You didn't know that?
You think
Oh,
everyone
I
started
did
saying
not
that
know
from
that.
nowhere?
Not everyone. No, the day.
Well, to be fair, Caroline, like
Caroline says
after
it a lot.
listening to it, she came up and said, "Oh, look, it's the pillars.
it's the two pillars."
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that went over my head. Sorry, because
okay.
when we were talking before the party that night, or the day before, or something, you were like, "You should like give us a shout out for being the pillars," and I was like, "Oh, that's so funny."
Wait,
I
before
love
the
that.
party?
I don't know. At some point,
It was.
I didn't say that.
no. Sometime in the days leading up, you were like,
It was me.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It was
must
when
have
we were
been him,
having
'cause it
that
wasn't
meeting
me.
when you were talking about who should we give these awards to, and then I was like,
you're
"You
right,
should
you're
shout
right,
out
right.
me
Y'all
and
had
Sean."
a
'cause we're
meeting
the-
about that?
Yeah.
How did I not? I mean, I'm not a
Well, it's a
manager. It's
manager.
fine. Yeah, my bad. My bad. My
Manager.
bad.
It
My
was,
bad.
when we
I'm
say
just the
a
manager of the
meeting,
bar. It's
we
not a
were,
big deal.
we
Shooting
were,
the shit. in
we
the
were
PBR.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't get it. That
No,
was
it
that was the
it
day
was
when
in the office.
when
We were in the office.
I went back there and he was like, "You're in charge of the whole restaurant while we're back here," and I was like, "Okay, but I'm just not a manager, I'm not- or even a lead. I just get paid $4 an hour.
Yeah,
It's fine.
$4.50.
Thanks.
I give you 5.
Thanks, baby." Anyway, the point is, what's up now?
So now I've just been on this really great week of doing nothing but having fun. What? Oh,
Are they cuddling?
no, they're saying wrap it up. Rude.
I thought they were cuddling.
We're having
Y'all,
a good
the
time.
seltzers are gonna be here in like 10 minutes. Can y'all relax?
The gaggle of girls over there.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why I only fuck around with men.
totally.
Just kidding. I love y'all. Sorry.
But yeah, so I had a wonderful week of just decompressing and not having responsibility, which is crazy. And I will admit, y'all, I'll admit, it was a draining job. Like every day I would wake up to several text messages, several emails from both people above you and below you. And you're constantly, some staff needs a schedule change or needs something. And it's like never just smooth. It's just never a smooth, breathable week. There's always something. And that does happen when you're managing 70 people that are all ages and demographics and situations. Anyways, so obviously I would dread waking up, checking my email, checking my text, and I'd be like, all
Whose
that.
schedule do I have to fix today?
Correct. Or who's calling out, or who needs coverage, or who has COVID, whatever. And it's been interesting because I'm like waiting for my text to come through to like problem solve something and be like, okay, I'll fix it. Like, I know I'm capable. I can do it. Anyway, so it's been very weird to almost be like sad from the loss of responsibility that I was so ready to give up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been an interesting journey this week. And
That is interesting.
dealing with my I just can't relax and I just can't be chill. Like I'm always like, oh my God, I need to be doing something. I need to be productive. Like I can't just like sit here and lay around and be a bum. Like anyways, all I did was have fun all week. Like literally just party my ass off, and it was so great, and I love that. But so yeah, now I'm gonna go manage a much smaller team and do a very different set of jobs. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very scared. I've been very anxious because I forgot what it's like to learn something new after 8 years of pretty much doing the same thing. And only like I was only ever learning something, a new skill on top of such a foundation of skills. So now I'm like, I have to learn something totally new. So it's kind of freaking me out.
Can I say that I feel like your new job is going to be a little bit more crazier because you have to manage so many girls, and I feel like girls have way more cattier drama.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a point, but I don't think we need to pinpoint the negativity in the situation.
Can I just say I think you're going to be miserable without us, dude?
Of course I am, but I'm also like so thrilled. I
was just kidding.
I know. But I'm also really glad to
So
be Bill's friend.
How big is your team?
There's there's only two concepts, kind of three. The third one is shut down right now because of COVID. And it's literally like maybe 30 people total.
Across the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
What other positions are there besides like a nail tech?
So the nail tech we call service providers, and they do all the nail services. Some of them do like waxing and stuff, and then
What do they wax? Like just facial stuff?
Yeah, just facial.
Like lips and stuff.
I can't get a Brazilian.
No. No. And then there's like one massage
Imagine.
therapist.
Imagine Joy's your waxer.
I mean, Joy will wax me if I... Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I'll pour hot wax on you.
Ooh, girl. All right, bet.
Girl.
So
Gonna
the
spend the night.
service providers do all that? Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. And they all have their strengths too.
Right.
It's a lot like
And they have like their
servers.
regulars and stuff like that
Yes.
too. Okay.
It's a lot like managing servers that I'm like, okay, I know this server can handle this many, tables tonight and all these big reservations today because they're very strong at what they do and they're fast and they follow all their steps of service and they keep things on time. It's a lot like that with them from what I'm learning. Like, some of them can speed through lots of different services and some of them like
Take their time. Chit chat. And
maybe their English isn't as strong, so they need a little bit more extra cushion in their appointment bookings. But anyway, so it'll be very similar. There's a front desk, which is really my biggest focus, like helping their customer service out. Obviously getting bookings really flushed and stacked so the business can make more money. She has a really great retail program of a lot of skincare.
Oh, really?
And a lot of the skincare she sells, I'm already a big fan of. And so, yeah, it's really interesting.
Are places like that where they have like skincare that they sell on the side? Is that all like contract stuff where skincare retailers will come in and be like, hey, can we put this on your thing? We'll give you like
Probably
20% of the cut, blah, blah, blah. Or is it they also do it in-house or something like that?
Probably, but I know for a fact that the lady that owns the concept, she actually seeks out people.
Oh, like skincare.
Like letting her carry their brand. Because like, for example, we'll use this. She has Supergoop, which is like a very popular, natural, very healthy sunscreen on the market.
Is that Gwyneth Paltrow's thing?
No, that's Goop.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Good job. And so she like will reach out to the owner, the wholesaler, whatever they are, and she'll be like, hey, this is my concept. We're a clean, non-toxic brand. And
we'd
love to carry your thing. And then they have to, and it's because it's such a small concept, they probably want people to buy so much at one time. Like, kind of like how, probably like a Sephora. They're like, if it's Sephora, we want, Sephora's going to buy a shit ton of product. Because it's all like, it's a long supply chain situation where they've got to be able to pay to make all the product.
Nice.
Yay.
Seltzers are here.
They got to pay to make the product and all the pay the labor and everything so that they know. I'm just rambling. Anyways. So
I mean, it's interesting.
Joy, we're here to have you ramble.
Yeah.
You are the star guest on this podcast, and Sam is also here.
I'm chilling.
Yeah,
Like
Sam is a second. He's a second time.
Sam's been here, so he's from here basically.
So did you choose this position solely because you wanted a new challenge, or because you were interested in like the nail salon industry as well?
Did I tell you like how it kind of happened?
Yeah.
Even if you did, you
So,
should tell them again because we're on a
okay.
podcast.
So this is actually a fun kind of, in my eyes, kind of a fun story. So when I was, the lady that owns this concept is, she's like
She's like a-
37. She's very young.
But she's a TB regular, right? Not
She's a
T5
TB regular. And I would remember her.
Mix those with vodka or tequila. Right? Right?
Yeah, right.
They're like,
yeah.
no, we're just gonna.
They're like, no, we just want topo.
And so she would come sit at the bar
Okay.
when I was a bartender at TV. So that's like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
And she was so
7
crazy
years ago when
and
you
funny.
were 20.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Math checks out.
And she would come and sit at the bar and be so crazy. And I was like, this lady's something else. But also I was like, she looks like a New York girl, like just super
Yeah.
cool.
She gave off a vibe.
Yeah, very,
sure.
very intimidating, strong female boss bitch vibe. And I was like,
We
she's
love
cool.
those.
Yeah, I was like, she's badass. And so anyways, fast forward, I think really during 2020, she started coming back to, I hadn't seen her in a long time. And she started coming back around TV, and her and Grace got to become like really good friends. And then Grace would be like, hey, do you want to go to dinner with us or whatever? And Grace always has been like, goes to Paloma, the concept that it is, to get her nails done. And she would drag me sometimes. I was like, yo, I'm not an appointment person when I want to get my nails done. I like want to go on a random Monday morning and not think about it and just walk in, get my nails done. So yeah, she just started going and like kind of linking us up. And then the lady started like asking me to hang out and asking me a lot of questions. And then it became like businessy conversations. And I was like, this is interesting.
She was sizing you up.
She was sizing me up. And then it turned into a, hey, I'd love for you to join my team and basically do what you do for Tinies, but in my industry. Is that something you'd ever be serious about? And that was in December. And I was like,
Damn, you had this iron in the fire for a minute.
yeah, but I was not, in December, I was like,
Yeah.
no,
You're like, "Bitch,
like
you
I was
crazy."
like, no, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then January shows up, and then she starts really applying the pressure. She's like, look, I'm serious. I really think you'd be a great fit. If you're interested, let's have a more serious conversation. So it was just like every week it
She
was
like
like a
massaged
dinner.
her way into
Yeah.
getting a yes.
And so yeah, she finally, I guess, gave me an offer, and I was like, you know what? Like, I love what I do, but I am running out of gas. And I think we all three, I gave y'all a very informative background conversation of what I meant about like running out of gas. I was just like, I'm not as eager as I once was. I'm a little tired. I've hit a ceiling. I love what I do, but it's just like, there's nowhere to really go from here.
Yeah.
And it wasn't necessarily like I needed growth, but I was like, I've also been a GM for 4-ish years now here. So like, I mean, what's 5? Like, what's 6? Like, there's no,
What's next?
there's no goal there. Yeah, I've already done it, and I already got so much satisfaction and joy out of it, and I learned so much, and I feel like I got to a very good spot. And then honestly, like having Caroline and knowing how great she was and how well received she was by all of y'all, I was like, this girl could totally just take my spot and like run the store and honestly keep the culture that like we created and built, and she will love everyone and they'll love her back. So it was just kind of a weird stars aligning thing.
Yeah.
But I definitely like didn't even have a resume together, didn't even have anything ready to go for a job. And this just kind of fell into my lap, which is really cool because I'm like, I hope that could happen for other T5 TV people, because obviously we know we're rubbing shoulders every day with people who are extremely successful
True.
and are either entrepreneurs or lawyers or doctors or have just
Have a foot in the door in anything.
yeah, just have a catalog of jobs awaiting. And so yeah, it just kind of worked out. And again, I think it's going to be a huge journey. I have a lot of work ahead of me in the sense of like making protocols and structure, but I'm excited and I think it'll be fun and it will be weird because again, not seeing y'all every day. I mean, it was already hard this past week to not be with y'all
Yeah.
every single day.
Well, you could just text us, and then we could just come over.
Yeah. I mean,
Didn't hear from you once this week. Not a big deal.
Really?
Oh, you're salty.
I'll just text you
literally
first.
all came over Friday night.
Yeah, because I texted you. But that's okay. I'll just always text you first. It won't be the first time. Won't be the last time.
My bad.
You did text us yesterday, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she initiated it. 'cause I
Sometimes
saw the
I'm gonna be
text.
honest, Sean. I'm weird in my head. No,
I'm
listen.
just joking with you.
Yeah.
But just so you know, she did that because I had texted her the day before and made that plan.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But I can be weird sometimes. Okay, I'm a lot, and I'm a social person. I am on the go every day. I will hang out every single
Social
day.
but they're fly.
But I'm like, oof, I don't want to be annoying. Like, I'm like,
Man, I wish I had that.
I'm like,
Because
I
I'll
don't-
be annoying.
You don't
like-
make the plans, you just go with them.
I could literally, yes. And then sometimes I'm like, I don't want to look like I'm so bored and lonely all the time. Like, I'm like, please someone text me. Please someone text me.
That's funny.
So
yeah.
weird. I don't
After
know.
we had gone over there on, what was that, Friday night?
Friday night.
Saturday morning, Joy had texted me and was like, glad you guys came over. We had a great time. And I text back and said, and she said, can't wait to do it again. I said, bet round 2 tonight. And she was like, oh, I didn't be that soon.
Well, it's just because I had plans.
Yeah, you had plans. And so she was like, but tomorrow night, let's do it. And we did.
Yeah.
Eventually. But without you, I am, because you're
I was asleep.
fake.
I was sleeping.
I was telling Grace, I'm really happy. And Jack, I was like, I still will have Sunday nights off and Mondays. So I'll still get to see y'all.
Yeah, you'll
Are the
still.
same days off still? Beautiful.
I have Monday, Tuesday off for the foreseeable future until I figure some things out.
Beautiful.
And then hopefully Monday through Friday eventually. But that's a ways away.
Okay.
So I'm not even thinking about it,
Yeah.
you know?
Same with life, though.
Yeah.
Whole life, not
Right.
even thinking about it. It's so far away. I'm basically still
Yeah,
in high
life
school.
is so little. I
It's
don't like to
just,
think about it. You got to live for the day.
I think,
You really do.
here's my theory on life. You're at the very beginning of it until you realize you're at the end of it. There's not really an in-between. Unless you catch yourself in the in-between and you're like, oh, fuck. But then you just pretend you're still at the beginning like what I'm doing.
So I feel like TikTok has actually really, there's a
Validated.
whole slew of TikToks that are like, you can't dwell in the past because it literally does not exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's literally not real. Like,
Yeah.
You can't feel it. You can't touch it. And it does suck. Yes, there are memories that are awful, whatever. You have to let it go. And you can't think about the future because it's not here yet. And you can't physically touch it or feel it. You have to live for right now. And you have to, like, figure it out right now. And you
Yeah.
have to be present. And that is so... I've seen so many TikToks about that. And I'm like, that's
It's
actually...
such like a simple concept,
But
that
it's
you
hard
would
to wrap
think,
your mind around.
but
Yeah.
it's not something that happens a lot.
Because
for
we're
sure.
always looking ahead. We're always
Yeah.
like, what's the next
There's
thing?
people who are always looking for
Yeah.
promotion. There's people who are always looking for the next thing.
Well, even like socially too. Like, oh my
And
God,
then
I
there's
can't
also
wait to like
people-
travel. I can't wait to do this. Like,
yeah.
we never just like live for the day.
Yeah.
And
It's what we train ourselves to do
exactly.
from like the jump in life.
Exactly. But my favorite thing is to be like, I love like, sorry, I keep bringing up Grace. We really should have done the drinking game. There are so many days
I mean, I'm drinking
that I
every
can
time
look
you
back
say
on
it.
with Grace and I'm like, that was such a good day. Like, we really savored that day and we had so much fun and it was so beautiful. And like, and I mean, there are obviously so many, honestly, I felt like 2020, I was so good about being present because we had fun
Really?
every
Dude,
day.
it's powerful.
Dude, 2020 was
Every day.
great. I think 2021 was probably the best year of my life. With
It was a
all
great
the
year.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your life.
Yeah, he was in my life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
I
we
mean,
were-
I think he's thinking of someone else, but I'm
I'm
do
thinking,
feel
I'm
that
thinking
way
of
too.
everybody, like as a
Yeah,
collective
yeah.
whole. We
Sure.
were all like,
mean, T5
everybody
really-
was so down to do anything.
Thirsty Thursdays were always in effect. And even when they weren't, we were
every single-
hanging out.
we were hanging
like,
out.
more often than we weren't.
Every single birthday, everybody wanted
Yep.
to do something together.
Everyone genuinely cared about the friend group,
Yeah.
which is so rare to find
Yeah.
in a workplace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to take all the
But-
credit for it, but
You know, it's crazy. You did say that you should enjoy this before it ends, and I was like, it's not gonna end. We're all gonna be working together, and
Yeah, no, it
we're all
definitely.
working together, and it's kind of ended.
it ends,
Yeah,
bro.
it
It
has.
always ends.
Yeah,
And
but I think I'll always look back at 2021 and be like, holy fuck, what a year!
it was an iconic year for us.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
It was so.
I think
fun.
we were just so thankful to get out of 2020 and be like, okay, we don't have to wear a mask all the time.
Mhm.
We're not all
Oh, things
freaked
are
out
opening
about-
back up. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
like,
go.
we
Let's
could
grab a
actually do
drink.
things.
We've been
Like,
cooped
even
up for so long.
The night we went to Porter Robinson, one of my favorite
Yeah,
nights.
fun.
that was such a
That
fun
was like
night.
the
And the
funnest
show wasn't
night.
even the fun part.
Yeah.
No, going to Natsuo and
Natsuo,
watching
yeah.
you
Fun part.
lead us with your scarf and
Yeah,
being
yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah.
That was a great night.
Giving away free stuff to random people. Enjoy
I?
being an asshole to
was so
them.
mean. I was
Oh
so mean.
yeah, I forgot about
I was
that.
like, Sean, don't do that.
Yeah, you were.
Joe was like, "You have to Venmo him $60."
and he was so down.
He
to
was
do
down,
It.
and I was like, "Hey,
You should've
brother,
let him.
don't you worry, I got you, bro."
We could have gotten a whole round of drinks on
know,
him.
we could've.
He came back around
Another
and was like, hey, can I another one?
Can I get one more, bro? Yeah. And I was like, "Listen, dude, my girlfriend back there, she almost beat my ass for giving you one, so I can only give you one more."
Without the B.
Yeah. She threatened to eat my ass if I don't behave.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Such a great night.
Yeah.
But the beauty in it is when you experience times like that with friend groups like that, even if it comes to a point later on where it doesn't happen as much or at all anymore with that group, eventually, hopefully, you come along another group or even the same group later on in time and it kind of develops again. And since
Yeah.
you've been there before, you're able to appreciate it more.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
The crazy part is I enjoyed it so much. I tried to get another friend group to go to Natsuo. And it just didn't hit the same.
It's
It
not the
does
same, bro.
not hit
It
the
won't.
That's the
same.
thing. It's
also,
never
it
the
doesn't
same.
even hit the same with the same group we have
Yeah, I
sometimes.
know.
Well, that's
We.
yeah, that's true.
But
It,
also
it
sometimes
has to be
just-
such a niche group, dude.
And I think it's just like the timing. It was everything. Like,
Yeah. It was unplanned.
yes, spontaneous.
None of us
like,
had been at the time. Like it just it can't be something where you're like, oh, we're gonna
Sometimes you
repeat
just
a
can't.
night.
Yeah, like even like, I feel like the Bottle Blonde time we went for your birthday was like one of the top fun
Yeah.
Bottle Blonde
Yes.
nights.
Is that
And then
the
we-
night that I got blacked out?
I don't
No, I
think you
think that was
blacked out.
graduation. Ricky's
That was
graduation.
Ricky's graduation.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a
No,
night too.
That was fun. But
That was
like,
fun, but that was
I felt
more
like we
ratchet
kept-
than fun.
we kept chasing the high of repeating
Yeah.
it, and then eventually we're all like, okay, we're never gonna repeat this night. Like, it's
Yeah.
just not
Bottle Blonde got
possible.
played out real quick.
Yeah.
It was played
Just
out
like
the
But we
first
had
time
some
went.
good
We did.
times.
We
Just like
did.
how that bar in Midtown.
Oh,
Or
Unicorn Disco.
Unicorn.
Yeah, we went there freaking every
Yeah.
single
But
night.
that was fun too.
It was, but it got
Y'all were
real
there every
tiring.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I pick and chose Unicorn nights because I wasn't a big fan of Midtown.
Yeah.
But I liked it when we first started going, and it was still just
'Cause it was-
reopening.
Yeah, it was like
and
still
like,
dead.
It was so easy to get in, get drinks, like it wasn't a big deal. And now, like you go anywhere, and it's like
It's just
gonna
so
be
many.
such a
Yeah,
headache.
Midtown is despicable. I
Yeah,
hate
it
that
is.
place.
yeah. I've never been a fan of Midtown.
If we're gonna go to a bar-y area, my vote's for Washington.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, but I hate about
Same.
Washington is the parking.
Uber.
Always have
You're a
to pay.
fool if you're driving
Yes,
to Washington.
but Uber is crazy because when everyone leaves, it takes 2 to 3 hours just to get a car.
So leave
home.
10 minutes before close.
Yeah, but we all get fucked up. We forget.
Not me.
Bye, Jack.
Bye,
You're
Jack.
leaving.
Thanks
See you
for
soon.
coming.
Bye, Jack. You're my new best friend. I'll see you later.
I'll see you soon. 24-year-old manager. Hell yeah.
Super impressive.
That's also crazy.
Half the time I've
That
been
is
here.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yo,
Okay,
fuck
now
Jack.
we can talk shit.
Fuck Jack, dude.
You know what is crazy though?
Also,
Whenever I look at Jack, I should have said this while she was here because now it looks like I'm talking shit. But every time I look at Jack, I think of her as like an old person that looks so young and good.
I have two things to say about Jack. One, woman who goes by the name of Jack. I love that. And I've never heard of it before.
Is that not her real name?
Loki's or
No, it's
Jacqueline.
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 But Jack, not Jackie. I love that, dude. Second, I'm going to preface what I'm about to say with a compliment because I don't want it to come off as bad. I think Jack is a super duper attractive person. That being said, she definitely kind of resembles, like she could be the sister of Ryan the intern from The Office.
Right.
I don't have.
You don't know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about.
I don't
Oh, you don't
either.
see it?
I don't see that.
Okay, that's just me. I'm sorry.
I don't see that. But
I
I
know.
thought
Sorry.
when I heard that Jack was a manager, I was like, oh, okay, she's like
Grace,
30.
don't tell Jack I said that.
I'm like, oh, she's 30, like every other manager ever.
Same.
And then I look at her and I'm like, wow, she looks so young and good for 30.
Yeah.
And then she says she's 24. I was like, holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Yo, not gonna lie, I got a little angry.
It's
when
because she
said
carries
that.
herself a lot more.
That was
a
what
lot
I was
older.
gonna also say. She carries herself a lot more mature.
She doesn't
and,
look
like,
30, but she carries herself like
and
that.
she like dresses really well. And I feel like, I mean, I don't know a lot of young 20-year-olds who dress that well. So
True.
I just assume it.
You should see Grace when she was 24. She was wearing Gucci.
How old is
Louis
Grace
Vuitton.
now? Grace, how old are you now?
29.
Okay.
Hell yeah, girl.
Hell yeah.
Cheers to that.
Okay.
What are we doing for your 30th?
Blacking out.
Grace, when's your birthday?
Oh,
November what? Good Lord.
All of y'all are born in November. All of y'all.
They were bumping
Parents
ugly
were
up in
bumping
February.
ugly. Y'all were all a product of Valentine's Day.
Yes, 100%.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, dude,
That was fun.
I think Grace might share a birthday with somebody I know.
I know somebody who was born November 16th too. Mike's girlfriend was November 26th.
Oh.
I'm not
November
sure, though.
26th?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
What are you doing?
I was casting a spell.
Oh.
The camera can still see you.
Yeah, I was casting a
Yeah.
spell.
What
Yeah,
spell?
yeah. It's
like a sex birthday spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hot.
It's called birthday sex.
Jeremiah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
does work. You want me to put it on you?
Put it on me, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, you can put it on me if you want.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
Oh, what was I going to say? I was just going to say, as we transition into like a new period of time, I think Tiny's is going to get a whole new batch of people pretty soon.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So it's going to be,
it's about that time.
yeah.
for Night
So it's
Crew.
going to be, no, I think Night Crew is going to revamp too.
I don't
Night
think
Crew
so.
is, I mean,
I only say it because I've heard through the grapevine about
Well, a
a
lot
couple
of them
people.
are.
yeah, we've got a
Oh.
couple
A lot
more
of them are
servers.
getting ready
Okay.
to like take on other roles in
Yeah.
life.
So
Yeah, it's about that time for people, anyways.
yeah.
Whenever you hit
And I'm
like
excited
a 2-year
about
mark
it
in a
too.
restaurant, it's usually a turnover.
We're the only ones who kind of.
if I can be honest,
Stay too long.
me too.
I'm not very excited about it.
me too.
I'm kind of dreading it.
But I also think you should look at it as
No,
a
it's kinda
chance for you
fun.
to like
create a new group.
create
Yes.
create a new experience
and a new,
at what you did.
And a new I am.
Well,
with
and it's
a-
also
with a new batch of people.
Yeah, but here's the question. It's just so different, bro, because obviously whatever like new group develops, you three and myself are going to be like at the core, especially me and you, because we're both still there every day.
Yeah.
You're a manager.
Yeah.
And if all the people that come in to backfill all the people who are leaving are 17 years old,
Yeah,
You-
but there's servers
but that
at
yeah,
night. They won't be 17
servers
years
at
old.
night. We're not gonna put 17-year-olds as servers at night.
how many servers? Okay, 17 is an exaggeration.
You can bleep this out, but who's leaving?
Those three I know for sure are gonna be gone in like at least the next 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
I don't think they're
I've
gonna make it
also
to
heard,
summer.
I've also heard a lot of people say, "Oh, I have," and then stay forever. Like Jesus.
Yeah,
true,
true.
true, true.
Jesus was one person who's like, "Oh, once I get my real estate license," and he stayed for a couple.
Well,
He stayed for a couple months.
yeah. I says he's gonna like leave as soon as he like gets his thing. I don't think that's true.
I think
But-
he's
but
jumping
also
the
the
gun.
I think
thing
he's
that-
jumping
Is
the
he
gun.
doing real
The
estate?
the thing that me and Joy understand about real estate, if you're a real estate agent, it's really hard to
No,
make
I
money
know.
in the beginning.
I know.
a lot of real estate agents
dude.
have part-time jobs.
Well, and it's
I
an
know.
extremely saturated market right now. Like everyone's hitting
And
real
people,
estate.
It's not that
and
many-
also
yeah.
people aren't buying houses right now in this
Exactly.
There's
market.
no houses to sell right now.
But with all that being said, this is what they have told me.
yes.
And they're excited for it, so I'm not gonna like shit on
No,
what they
that's
think.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they're both gonna do well. They're gonna do fine.
Let's circle back real quick. Where's going?
So he's actually not gonna be here for so he's gonna work this week, and then he's gone for the next 3 weeks.
He's doing like filming
He's
stuff.
doing a film,
Yeah.
and I think if it goes well
It's
here,
vacation time for Sean.
and I think if he does something well here, he was talking about how he might move up there like full time and continue that. So
God, that would be such a dream come true.
Can I say my point though about getting a fresh batch of people if they come along and it happens?
Please say it.
It's also fun for you, especially because you get to be like the most senior person now. And it's kind of fun when you're like,
I'm
yeah,
tired
I've
of being
been
the
here.
I'm
You know,
tired of being the senior person.
I agree with you, but I will say not in a weird way, but I kind of already have been the senior person for a while, especially since I
In a
have started
sense,
managing.
yeah.
Like IAM has been the senior person since Sam's not there on a regular basis. But like as far as all the
Yeah, like
day-to-day
you're full-time,
interactions,
you work there every day.
yeah, not even that I'm the most senior, but everyone who works there thinks I've been there forever. Like Tori and Julia both are like, "You were a server?" And I'm like, "I was mostly a server," but they don't know that because they came after I started bartending, you know. And that's the same with all the hosts. None of them have ever seen me do anything but be the
Bartender.
lead
Right.
bartender, quote
I guess
unquote.
I mean just like on paper, you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I
no,
started in
I totally get what you're
2020,
saying.
and like
I totally
it's just
get
a
what you're
nice
saying.
feeling to be like, I've been here, I put in the work.
Yeah.
Like
Now I'm
kinda
in charge
how
of
I
everyone.
felt every single day, especially like when new managers were coming in. I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, I've been here, I've been through it. You don't even know. Like, don't try me.
Yeah.
It gives you a nice sense of like, ownership of like, no, I've been here and I've worked my ass off. So like, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. But
I am excited about
I think
it.
it's fun. And I think honestly, for anyone who's listening that worked under me, I loved everyone, but it was getting a little stale. Like you could tell people were checking out left and right, in my opinion. And maybe not even just me, but like as a manager to them, there were a lot of them that were like, I could tell they were just like, I've been here a little too long. Like I'm a little uncomfortable. I want to like move on. And it wasn't bad, but as a manager, you can see that because you see performance changes and you see like attitude changes and you're like, ooh, they're like ready to move on. Like they're done with restaurant life or and not everyone values the friendship and the love at work like you and I do, or I am, or whoever. Like that's not as important to a lot of people. So
that's true.
I think that's where I'm at right now. I feel like I told Joy this a couple years, like maybe like 2 years ago. I was like, Joy, I can't serve another day. I am fucking checked out.
But do you feel that way about PDRs?
It's not about PDRs because the money's good, but it's just coming to work and doing the same.
Yeah, it gets old.
It's old, and I'm trying to reset myself, but it's just so hard.
I felt like that until this management position opened up and I got it. I was definitely like,
when you have a new position, it's different.
Yeah,
but
I definitely feel like rejuvenated in a bit, and I feel more excited.
I don't want to go in that management route.
That's fair.
I feel like if I do go to management, it's just like another 8 years of I'm gonna be stuck.
Well, I think it's just like I was very similar. At some point, you get to a place where you're like in my eyes, in the PDR, even though you annoy me and I disagree with a lot of your stuff, you have kind of mastered it.
Yeah.
So like
you would come in and be like, you need to change this. I'm like,
exactly.
Like, Joy, I've been really successful the past 2 years.
But you, just like me, in your position, you've kind of hit a ceiling where you're like, nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah, but I'm still in college, so I kind of need
No, I know, but I'm just, that's why I'm saying your gas is low. Like you're a little burnt out because you're I've done this.
The difference between Paul, you have that was your career, so you can easily move on. Mine is not a career; it's more like a supplement, and it's really hard to find a job that's like,
of course,
PDR money,
which is why you definitely shouldn't abandon it.
Yeah,
so
until you
have to find
something.
To rejuvenate myself, but
I can start giving tough. PDRs away, and then you can start fighting for them again.
Well, you have travel plans coming up, and I think
no. Only
do.
Carlen has power over that.
I'm in Caroline's ear.
So am I, baby boy. I started from the get.
I think you going to travel a little bit because you really didn't like travel last year. So I think and 2020.
Yeah, but traveling is such a good way to like reset.
Yeah, but the thing is, y'all know this. I'm antisocial, so traveling is also gonna be like I wanted to do it and I needed to do it, but I feel like I'm gonna come back and be like
more exhausted.
Yeah. Well, then you'll have to take more time off, which means more PDRs will go to other people. So
so thanks in advance.
Yeah, they're going to Ryan, and Caroline's gonna email Grace and ask for Ryan, and Grace is gonna be so
and
graceful.
Grace is gonna say
and give him to us because we've given you so much.
No, Grace is gonna give us Ryan
Kara's
to run the
pissed.
bar,
She's
and I'm gonna take the PDRs.
It's not.
You know what's so
about
funny?
Women or boys. It's
Ariel, and Tori both were like, "Has there ever been a woman PDR server?
Yes.
Do you think
Adriana Price?
Yes.
Adriana was PDR?
Yes, she was
didn't
PDR.
She did not deserve that.
Okay, don't be rude, but there was girl servers. There was a girl server. Okay.
To be fair, I think
PDRs.
Adriana was just fine. I just heard so much people talk shit about her, so
No, she's good at talking to guests. She's just
she
slow.
was great
She's
with
just
guests.
slow at service.
Yeah.
But she also made a lot of errors. She would forget things a lot.
Mayhem,
she wouldn't write it down.
Yeah, Mayhem said she was the worst server he's worked with.
Well, look, as long as
That
me and
means
Ryan,
nothing to me,
as
though.
long as me and Ryan working for the company, for what I see, we're gonna hold down the PDRs for a very long time.
That's fair. I did tell Ryan.
I mean, I think it's
that I'm trying
hierarchy. It's only fair. Like y'all been there literally 8 years.
True.
Like,
So
y'all deserve it.
TB does not have a dining room or a private dining room,
But
right?
they treat their laugh house like a PDR sometimes.
So
No,
basically,
she
Tiny
said-
Boxwoods doesn't do PDRs
Basically,
don't-
they-
unless it's a buyout on Sunday when they're closed.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Good. That was way better than what he just
I
said.
I'm a good
honestly
listener.
couldn't hear as much because my headphones were on. And then you put me on the spot and I freaked out.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
There's a lot of pressure, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So, yeah.
Anyway,
Anyways, back to my story.
yeah.
I'm trying to find your path of.
You're gonna get there though. But I always say, I just think I really learned this too late in life that I should have enjoyed and savored every day, because you're going to get to a place where you do start your career. And I get it. You're probably going to be happy. It's going to be different for you because I'm very social. But like, you're going to get to a place where you're like, oh, wow, this is boring too. Like you do this new job. And
Yeah,
this
but-
Yeah, you have to like find something
But
outside of your
fundamentally,
work.
we're wired differently because I love if it's boring and I'm making a ton of money, I'm more happy to do it. I'm like
Preach.
I'm happier in the end.
Frankly, when it comes to work, I'd rather be making more money than have more fun, because I think a job is only going to be so fun no matter what. And I'll just have my fun with all that money when I'm not at work.
Is that how you felt about the oil and gas job?
Girl, 100%. I fucking hated that job.
But the thing is,
But the money-
I see what she's saying now. If that was the case, then why you're not working there?
Oh,
right now,
okay.
Currently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my problem. That was
Because the money was great, but the money to time spent out there ratio, like just the hourly rate alone was good. But when you
What was it?
I think if he was working with people, he would still be there.
if I had like this kind of workmates, I would probably still be there.
yeah, of course. But that's what I'm saying is like, that's not always the scenario.
No, but you were working by yourself for a long time, weren't you?
Hey, bro.
Yeah, like I was by myself
Yeah.
day in and day
If
out.
he had anybody, he'd
Yeah.
probably still be
And when I
working there.
did see my coworkers, they were all like old racist South Texas people who just like were less than 0% stimulating to be around. It drained me to have to speak to them. Not counting one dude that I knew out there named Justin. Shout out if you're listening, dude, even though I know you're not, because you probably think this podcast is gay because it has a dick reference in the title.
It's left-handed, by the way.
Look, I'm just saying, I think the grass is always greener.
I agree.
And my one advice to y'all is to just enjoy every day.
So are you saying that that's how you feel right now, currently?
What do you mean?
You miss us and you want to come back?
Yeah. Does he want to come back and take your land spot again?
I don't know how many
No, you
more
can't
times
come
I can
back.
tell y'all this.
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
No, I know, but like I truly mean when I say I was not probably emotionally ready to move on. I only did it to like really work for my future. But if I could have just stayed there for 5 ever, I would have. And I would have loved it. But I needed to do something for me to create a new future life self for me, like
Yeah.
self-growth.
I respect that. And the beauty in this situation is you can do that and make that move for your future and then still come hang out at Tiny's every night
Exactly.
and see all your friends.
That's the goal.
She's not going to T5 though. She's going to TB to see Grace.
That's the
Don't.
fakest shit ever.
Don't come to Tiny's every
No,
night.
I will come to see y'all when the time.
Once a month.
I
I just can't wait for Grace's going away because it's going to be a freaking boat show of a party.
Post show.
Yes.
Grace,
Oh,
when are you
man.
planning on leaving?
Grace,
Do you have
when
any
you put in
plans?
your 2 weeks?
Never. She loves Tiny's.
So what Grace basically said is she loves TB so much she's never leaving.
Yeah, yeah.
And to that we
Essentially.
say. And I think with that being said, we've got a couple of friends in the over there,
Uh-huh.
and I think it's about time we go hang out with them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we'll go ahead and bring this podcast to a close,
Hell yeah.
and then we can have Joy back very soon.
Mhm.
We can have Sam back in a couple months,
Grace
and
will be back.
yeah, we'd like to have Grace on as a guest soon, actually,
Yes.
and we'd like to have Kara as well if she'll have us,
That would be fun.
and we'll see what happens, and we'll do what we
We'll
do.
see what's happening next.
We're
But thank
gonna-
you
we're
guys
gonna
for
find out.
listening to our weekly installment of the 6 Inch Kings podcast.
And we're gonna sit here and hang out for the rest of the night with our friends. And then when everyone goes home at 3 or 4 in the morning, I and I are gonna sit down and record another episode of the podcast.
I'll be playing Valorant.
So
All right,
everyone,
good night.
have a good
Thanks
night.
for having me. This is so fun.
Mwah.
Thanks, Joy. Do you want to tell anyone anything before we
Do you want to
go?
link your socials?
Put your plug
You
in.
can find her at joycarlin.com/joycarlin.
That thing.
Thank you, boys. And that thing do be thangin'.